Everyone's asking whether Webflow or Framer is better for 2025, but they're all missing the point. Today, I'll show you my hybrid approach that helped me land $5,000 projects or more consistently. And stick around till the end. I'll give you my complete framework template, which includes exact scripts for pitching both platforms to clients, and it's yours completely for free. Before we dive in, quick context. I've built over 50 client websites in the last couple of years using both platforms. But here's what's interesting. I've noticed that the most successful freelancers aren't loyal to just using one tool. They're strategic about when they use each one. Let me show you exactly how this works. Pull up any job board right now and you'll see this pattern. Startups and SaaS companies, 85% of them are asking specifically for Framer. Why? Because they're moving fast and they need quick iterations. Look at these numbers. The average Framer project takes just 12 hours. The average cost is just $1,500. But here's where it gets interesting. Look at what happens when we switch to enterprise jobs. See this? 88% of Fortune 500 marketing teams are actually building on Webflow. And they're willing to pay way more. The average Webflow project is over $5,000. For complex implementations, it's even way higher. It's above $10,000. Now here's what nobody's talking about. This isn't a war between platforms. Do you remember back in the day, the war between PlayStation and Xbox? Man, these were good times. But it's actually a market segmentation happening in real time, and most designers are missing it completely. Think about it. When does a startup need a quick landing page to just test an idea? Perfect for Framer. When does an established business need a complex e-commerce setup with advanced CMS? This is perfect for Webflow. I've had clients switch between platforms as their business grew. Started with a Framer MVP, validated their idea, then moved to a full Webflow build once they got funding. Being able to support them through the journey, that's where the real opportunity is. But here's the key. You need to understand exactly when to use each one. Let me show you exactly how I decide which tool to use. I've developed what I call the platform decision framework. It comes down to three key factors: timeline, complexity, and budget. Let's start with Framer. I use it when my client needs a launch within 2 weeks, simple landing pages, quick iterations, or a mobile-first approach. Here's a perfect example. Lodifiles, a major animation platform, needed to speed up their design process. Watch what happened when they switched to Framer. Their design team went from waiting on developers for every change to publishing changes instantly. That's basically the difference between taking a full week to update your site versus getting it done before launch. And this isn't some small operation. We're talking about a platform that is used by millions of designers. But because Framer is so intuitive, their design team can now update and push changes to the website without even touching a line of code. Now, on the other hand, Webflow is my go-to when a project requires a complex CMS with up to 10,000 items, e-commerce integrations, very custom animations, special client editing capabilities, or an advanced SEO setup. Check this out. A complete agency website I built last quarter completely in Webflow. It has a complex blog setup, multiple user roles, custom code, and enough room to grow over the upcoming years. And this is basically where Webflow really shines. The real magic happens when you combine both of them. Watch this unconventional workflow I'm just now starting to use. Step 1 is like rapid prototyping in Framer, which takes like 1 hour. Step 2 is client approval and testing. And step 3 is the full build in Webflow, where we basically create the finished product. This approach can literally double your close rate on big projects. Now, why is that? Clients love this because they get instant visualization through Framer, quick iterations also through Framer, and then later an enterprise-grade final product through Webflow, and then also future scalability again through Webflow when you decide to grow over the years. And I really love this because I can charge for both phases of the project. Now let me show you exactly how this works in practice on 2 different projects. First up, modern SaaS landing pages. Look at the top 20 fastest growing SaaS startups this year. 85% launched with Framer. Why? The reason is this: AI-powered layouts, React components, the benefit of instant deployment, and basically being built for rapid testing. A startup can go from idea to live landing page in literally hours. And that's game changing when you're racing against time. Now let's flip to the other side. Here's a complex website I built in Webflow for an interesting client. We're talking dynamic CMS with over 1,000 different pages, a custom filtering system, team collaboration, and the possibility for the client to manage the content himself. Try building this in Framer, you just can't. This is where Webflow absolutely dominates. See the difference? Each platform has its sweet spot. And knowing exactly when to use each one, that's where the money is. Now, speaking of money, here's what happened when I stopped choosing both platforms and started using them strategically. These are my average project rates, and I'm being fully transparent here. A basic Framer landing page is $2,000. A complex Webflow build starts at $5,000, and the combined approach, where you have multiple phases, starts at $8,000. But here's the real game changer. When you position yourself as a solution expert rather than a platform expert, everything changes. Instead of this, I can build your website in Webflow for $3,000. You say this. Let me show you how we can validate your idea fast in Framer, then scale it properly when you're ready in Webflow. This approach has 3 massive benefits. You can achieve higher project values, for example in the 5,000 to 10,000 range. You build longer client relationships, and you basically get more referrals because you're solving real business problems. Now, if you want to implement this approach, here's your exact roadmap. Step 1, and this sounds a bit counterintuitive, but master one platform first. I recommend starting with Webflow first, and I already made multiple videos that you can watch to become a Webflow expert. But why Webflow first? It's more complex, and that means you have a higher earning potential. Start with building 2 to 3 portfolio pieces and go from there. Step 2, add rapid prototyping skills. Learn the basics of Framer. This should take you no more than 2 to 3 weeks. And focus on landing pages first. And then build one showcase piece that you made with Framer. Step 3, reposition your services. And I've been talking a lot about this recently, but that's only because it's so important. You need to stop selling websites and start selling business solutions. You can create 3 service tiers here again. The first tier is basically a quick launch with Framer. The second tier is a full build with Webflow. And the third tier is the complete solution where you combine both. Now watch out, here's what most people get wrong. They try to learn everything at once, don't do that. Follow this exact order and you'll start seeing results in 60 to 90 days. And as promised, I've put together something special for you. It's my complete platform decision framework, the exact system I use to choose the right platform for each project, and also present the strategy to your clients with word-for-word scripts. I spent months developing and refining this system through real client projects. And now I want to share with you because I genuinely believe it can level up your freelance game in 2025. Just click the link in the description to get instant access. Also, if you found this video helpful, I put together a playlist that apparently a lot of people found valuable, so you can check that out next, and I'll see you in the next one.